All right, we want to welcome you to Drury University for tonight's varsity action. The Indy Wildcats versus the KC East Lions. KC East in the blue with the white trim. Indy in the white and red and black trim. KC East going to go into the post right away. Turnover there by Isaiah Cope.
Isaiah tried out for the dunk contest, and I think he made it through, and he'll be on it on Friday.
And right there, that is Ty Cease, the All-American and MVP for the Indy Wildcats, getting the first 2 points of the game. I'm CJ Pomeroy, and I'm joined by Nick Fairley and Cody Hirons for tonight's varsity action. This is going to be a great game and a great environment here at Drury University. Little pump fake action. 3 gets his own board is number 12, Wyatt Shepard. And for 3, John Magnuson, the All-American, to give KC East the early 3-2 lead. Right away, the answer from Aaron Gorley. Followed that up with a 3. Guys, what are you looking for tonight in this game?
It's pretty much going to come down to inside in the post, and can the Wildcat guards guard number 21 for Kansas City East. They've kind of gotten used to guarding big men throughout this season, as our 6'6" guy went down earlier in the season with like an ACL tear. So that's what I'm looking for. How about you?
Yeah, that's Kopang in the post that they're looking to guard against, but we'll see how they play defensively, both teams. And Indy does a great job of moving the ball around, finding their shooters, being patient. We'll see how KC combats that.
Nice 2-point conversion there by Matthew Calvert. And right away,
good take there from Miller, just couldn't finish there, but I like that he's getting inside, not just settling for that contested 3.
For sure.
And there's Kopang in the paint again with the size advantage. Great paint defense, but Kopang is too much.
Yeah, that's good D from Ty, but sometimes height can really be a factor in this game. You can just pull up, shoot over top.
And Cody, if I'm not mistaken, this is a kind of a young Indy Wildcats team.
For sure.
Although Jahari Miller with a 3. But there is winning history here and winning tradition at the Indy Wildcats.
Yeah, the program has built a good culture of team and good character and things over the years. So originally this was kind of thought to be a rebuilding year, but when you get the number 3 kid in his class come play for you for a year, that kind of helps a lot. And then Ty really improved over the season, obviously being the regional MVP. He's been a force for us.
Yeah, it helps for Ty when you grow a lot in the offseason as well.
Yeah, he hit the weights too, though. He put in some work to put some weight on that skinny body he had.
Kopang got the rebound, came down the floor, lost it just a little bit. A little behind the head pass there, and Kopang for the finish.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the key player for KC. Just much bigger, taller, bigger than any of the players in the Wildcats. So we'll see how that plays out. They're going to send doubles his way. Ty makes a great move inside.
Yeah, that's a great finish by Ty Cease to give the Wildcats a 10-9 lead. We are 3 minutes in the game, and it is 10-9. Fast-paced action.
Yeah, back and forth we go.
Oh, Magnuson, just pull it up and hit it.
That's already his second 3 of the game.
So right now, a lot of offense. Both coaches, I think, are going to have to figure out what kind of defense they're going to play to stop these stars. And Kopang with the board there off the missed 3. Magnuson's going to push the tempo. He's going to go all the way to the basket.
Ooh, travel. Yeah. He took 2 before the hop.
He tried with a little Euro, and I think he got confused as to how he wanted to finish that.
Yep.
So he's just like, I'll just take another step, hope the ref doesn't see it.
Yeah.
It's the NBA, right?
Yeah. But 3 refs, you're probably not going to miss that.
No.
Yeah, no, not in this game. This is Luke Owen, the other All-American for the Indy Wildcats, setting up the offense. He's going to go against Kopang in the corner for 3. Not good.
Ball. Come on, Ty.
But that's Ty.
Looks like we could have had a tie up in the air, but it's going to be off KC there. Just a reminder, for this pool, the winner of this game will advance. The loser of this will not advance. So this is a big game for both teams, as it's pretty much a must-win game.
Checking in for KC East is Kia Lewis, and for the Indy Wildcats, Isaiah Ochin. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. as they try to figure out something at the clock.
That's unfortunate.
And so far, we've had a great day of basketball. Right now, we've got the other games getting ready to start. And we're going to...
Technical foul. He must have not been on the roster, the kid that subbed in.
Oh, that's why we hit the stoppage in play.
There it is right there. Okay, so this is going to be Ty Cease to shoot the free throws for the...
Oh, gets a friendly roll.
Ty loves the free throw line. On these, he always goes and slaps the air for high fives and behind him.
And the second one is good. So Ty Cease with 6 early points for the Indy Wildcats. He leads scoring for them right now. Inbounding the ball is Aaron Gorley, and he's going to hit Luke Owen in the backcourt.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just confirmation from the ref over here. It was an administrative technical for one of the KC players not being in the book.
Wow. Wow. Jahari Miller, his second 3 of the game. He has no fear when he shoots.
No.
Yeah, the kid can shoot. We played him earlier in the year. He started 8 for 8 against us. Didn't know who he was. He came off the bench for some reason, but 4 threes in, we knew who he was.
Yeah.
Still couldn't guard him, but.
Yeah, he had spent some time away from the team at a camp earlier in the season, so Coach Paul, out of respect for the guys that have been putting in work, kind of had him coming off the bench earlier in the year.
There's Kope. He's going to go to town.
Good help side.
And, man, help side defense was there, but Kope is too much.
Too big.
6 points for the MVP and All-American for the KC East Lions. And he is going to have a game tonight to advance KC East. And there's Miller.
Good finish. That's 8 points for Miller.
He has not missed here in the early going. 17-14. Calvert settles it down.
Yeah, Miller even hit that one after right before the technical was called. The inbounds play still went in, and he still hit that one. So we'll give him 4 for 4, even though he's 3 for 3.
Yeah. And KC East is going against. This is
good help side.
Calvert's. Great drive right there. He draws the foul on the attempt. That foul, I believe they called on Jahari Miller. Did I get that right?
I believe it was on Isaiah Ochin by the look on his face, but I did not see the number the ref held up.
All right, we're going to give that to Ochin. Ochin, if that wasn't on you, sorry. And Calvert will knock down the free throw. His 3rd point of the game. 17-15 Indy with the early lead. And guys, I've done a few games already this week. This is the highest scoring first quarter so far. 5 minutes in, 17-16 after the second free throw by Matthew Calvert.
I had a game earlier today where a team scored 27 in the first quarter and ended up losing.
Oh, wow.
They were just on fire. We're like 9 of 10 for 3 and just lost it after that.
I like the idea by Miller there, trying to poke that in.
That could be a foul, yep.
They're going to call it on Luke Owen, the All-American. That's a tough call right there, but the referee right on top of it. And Magnuson, already with 6 points, is going to set up the offense, and the offense is going to be Magnuson with the miss. We thought they had numbers, but ends up being 3-on-3, and Cease is going to force it up.
His long strides, man, you can't keep up with him. He just takes those 2 long steps and comes to a complete stop.
Yeah, just a smooth finish there.
8 points in the quarter for Cease.
Almost out of steal.
Good hands there. KC East going to swing it back around the top. There's Magnuson. He's going to look for Kope. Kope is going to flash back to the other.
Okay.
So really good defense there. I think Magnuson, as he was making that drive to his left, kind of dipped the shoulder just a little bit. And great defensive positioning as Magnuson picks up the foul.
Luke Owen all season struggled a little bit with foul trouble, so I thought he might pick up his second there.
Yeah, that was good. Good maintaining that legal guarding position. Almost traveled there, kept his pivot foot.
They're going to run Cease off of the double screen.
Good
and he's going to
pass.
find the screener action.
Good job, guys.
That's good patience there from Gorley.
That was a double screen for Cease, and then they found the screener for the bucket. And the 21-16 early lead for the Wildcats as Kope goes back to work. They cannot stop him.
8 points, all inside at the rim, high percentage look. He's going to hit those most of the time.
drive and kick out to Owen. Owen's going to take it in. Ooh. Man, that's a tough miss right there. I thought he had it. Kopay's going to bring it down the court.
Took a charge. Oh, good help. Great help down.
Kopay was trying to set it up and really kind of telegraphed it a little bit. Owen's there for the pickup.
Great hustle, Luke. Way to follow it.
Looks like a foul could have been called there, but Indy will definitely take the easy 2 instead of the 2 free throws right after.
Oh.
And there's Kopay back to work.
Just too big. Indy's really got to deny him the ball because once he gets the ball that low, he's going to score every time.
Yeah, we got to go full frontal or something on that.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You know you're undersized, and you got to take advantage of just not letting him get the ball because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to get the ball into the post. But once he gets the ball, he's just too dominant.
I know they did that against the last opponent. They tried to front the post, and they ended up losing that game. But I don't think that was why.
And you know what? Right there. You know, all that was is Ethan Pope knew he could shoot. He overplayed for the steal, and Miller steps in and hits his 3rd 3 of the game.
That's it, travel. Yeah. So when you dribble, your pivot foot can't leave the floor. The coaches for KC are pleading that it was tipped, but I thought it was a good call.
The player wasn't saying it was tipped. He was just saying he put it down.
And the half-court heave off the front of the iron.
That would have been big.
Well, guys, first period is down 46 points, 26-20. Indy with the early lead. And we'll be back here shortly for the second period. And welcome back to Drury University for tonight's matchup. The Indy Wildcats taking on the KC East Lions. 26-20, high-scoring affair here after 1. Indy starts with the possession, and this is Luke Owen.
Kansas City kept trying to get in on the passing lane. They haven't got it yet.
Yeah, Owen found himself wide open there.
Not sure which one they called. And they're going to call a foul.
It's going to be Ian Gorley.
Ian Gorley with the call. And really, KC East got away with one there because that was a double dribble.
I thought so.
And there's Kopay in the paint.
They might have said he didn't have possession yet. Man,
and there's Kopay again.
6 for 6 from the field, 12 points. Just rising up over the defense, nothing they can do.
As aggressive as he was in the dunk contest, I didn't expect him to have so much finesse.
Yeah, he's got a lot of skill.
Great touch.
And there's another miss. So 2 misses early. That was not the case in the first period. And there's Kopay on the wing, going against 2 defenders again. He picked up his dribble, took himself out of the play. He's going to get it again, 1-on-2.
And Indy sent 3 people at him, and he still just rises up over the top.
That's tough.
That's 7 for 7 from the field.
That time they got it, playing in the passing lane.
I tell you what, I have watched a lot of homeschool basketball, and Kopay so far is one of the most impressive bigs I have ever seen in this tournament.
He's not just big, he's got a ton of skill. That's a great move. Right when he caught it, he turned, drop step, put it right over to the defender. The double came, but he just shot right over Jahari Miller.
16 points for Kopay.
He knows the double's coming every time, so he's making a quick move, which is what you have to do if you're a big guy.
Now, the one thing that maybe KC East has to watch here is Kopay's conditioning.
Yeah.
And Kopay wanted to go, but he had picked up his dribble.
Kopay wants to keep that 100% field goal percentage.
Yeah.
Maybe not settle for those threes.
Calvert's going to go left. He's got nothing. There's Kopay again in the paint. Against 2. Oh, my gosh. What a spin move.
18.
What a spin move by the MVP. All-American for Casey East, and Coach Settle has seen enough. This is a timeout as Casey East takes the lead, 28-26.
It's an 8-0 run.
Yeah, I'd like to see Indy front the post a little more. They're kind of half fronting or three-quarter fronting. He's the one guy that's beat him. 8-0 run just himself in these first 2 minutes. They need to full front him and send a backside help instead of just trying to get that, because he's just too big. It's going to be hard to just stop that with a half front.
For sure. They might even have to put Ty onto him to get some length to contest some of those hooks in the paint.
Yeah, it's one of those things you can't teach size, but you can teach the skill that Kopang has, and it's not just his size, it's his skill, it's his patience, it's his footwork that he's displayed so far this game.
Now, what's really allowed for this is the missed shots that Indy has had. The rebounding for Casey East has been there. Again, Kopang dominating the glass. There's another missed three after starting hot in the first period. Ty Cease is going to keep his dribble. Good job there. There's Jahari Miller. Can he stay perfect?
That. Oh.
Man, that's his first miss of the game.
That's a surprising miss.
The Wildcats put Braden Wapner into the game to try to, I think, guard this big man.
And Calvert's going to take the three. He's going to come up short. Cease has it. He's going to look for his angle. Right now, he does not have the numbers, but he is an MVP and All-American, and he's not afraid of Kopang.
It doesn't matter. That's a good finish.
Yep.
That's going to put him in double figures with 10. Jahari Miller's got 10, and Kopang for KC has 18.
Let's see if Braden has some more success in the post guarding him here. He's one of our stronger players that's got some
And that's
height.
just a bad entry pass there.
Yeah, you got to get a better angle there.
For sure.
You don't want to pass it to the post from the top of the key.
So Cease is going to slow it down just a little bit here, try and run something. He's going to not use the screen, keep his dribble. A little bit of a kick ball, didn't get called. In case he's going to attack the glass, they'll miss the layup.
Way to contest without fouling.
And now here comes Miller. He's only missed one shot in the game. Great crossover. He's going to find Cease, and Cease is going to miss that. Thought he was going to make that as wide open as he was. Miller,
that's
strong
great body
finish.
control.
You guys had mentioned that 21 could be tired, and I think he's tired right now.
Yeah, after scoring 18 points.
Last possession, he didn't make it up the floor.
Let's see
there
what
he
does.
goes.
Yep, he's getting tired.
A little up and under.
Getting tired.
And he will get the
That's
call.
a late call.
And the official close to the play was going to let it go, but the official closest to us said no, he got hit as he went up. And so Kopang is going to go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah.
Braden didn't argue, so I think he knew he fouled.
Yeah, I think it was the right call. It's just maybe a little frustration at the late whistle, because it seemed after it was missed that the whistle was blown.
Right, because it was the outside ref. I think he was deferring to the inside ref and said maybe I had the best angle, and then he went and called it.
And Kopang is going to hit one of two.
He's got 19 points.
And that foul was on who?
Braden Wapner, 25.
Braden Wapner with his first foul.
Got Indy with 5 team fouls, KC with just 1.
Go.
So 30-29 is the score. Indy with the 1-point lead after starting the period up 6, and then it became the Kopang show. And
even if they don't score off that matchup, they probably love it just to tire him out.
Yeah, he got to a spot, got a good shot up, just missed it. Can't complain.
Kopang is going to try to go to work in the high post. He's not going to get it there.
Yeah.
They're sinking,
back to the low.
Hard.
They're sinking real hard. The corner's wide open.
Yep. Good closeout, though.
And right there, they really had to hit Kopang as he came across.
That was probably a foul.
Yeah. Jahari
And that's the
like
first
got him on the
miss.
arm.
He was straight up, but he was still.
And here comes Gorley. And he will deflect it off of Casey East. And the referee's going to talk about it.
It might overrule.
And overrule it. So Ian Gorley with the turnover. And Wyatt Shepard will inbound to the All-American John Magnuson.
Yeah, ever since he hit those first 2 threes, he hasn't got much going. It's really been Kopang in the post.
Yep.
Well, I mean, when it works, why leave it?
Yep.
Yeah, but he turned the ball over there.
Could be hard to get in a rhythm when one guy has all the rhythm.
Well, and that is true as well, as Luke Owen gets his first points of the second period to extend the lead 32-29. And I think Casey East is definitely going to have to find a way to get some offense outside of Kopang.
Yeah, I agree.
The big man is tired. He's up against the double team there. A dump it to Calvert. Calvert goes to work against Miller. And Miller will get the rebound. Up the floor fast. Luke Owen will attack the glass against Wyatt Shepard. Left hand is no good.
Tough finish.
And here we go. One man back for Indy. And there is Calvert, and that is the problem. Luke Owen got stuck behind the play, and it ended up 5-on-4, 2 points for Calvert. That's his 6th point of the game. And here goes Miller off the screen. He'll hit the 3.
Looks like he was
2.
A foot on the line, 2 points.
4 points in the quarter for Jahari Miller, who outside of one shot has made everything. And Magnuson will come back with his 3.
That's his 3rd 3.
Probably can't go under the screen on him.
Yeah, we've got Jahari Miller for the Wildcats with 3 threes, Magnuson with 3 threes for KC.
And Cease.
Answers again, what a game.
That's his first 3.
I'll tell you what, guys, I think they're going to have to replace the nets at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and here's Magnuson to Cope, and we're going to have a blocking foul on
Gorley.
It's Ian Gorley,
Yep.
his 2nd. Yeah, this quarter started a little slower than the first quarter ended, but it's really picked up these last 2-3 minutes.
And they're going to find Magnuson in the corner off of a screen. Back to Shepard, into Cope. And there is the open look. No good.
Good
Cease
rebound.
getting up high to grab that board. Knocked over a teammate, but had to secure the rebound because Cope was going to get it. And this foul is going to be against Cope.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want the person that's boxing out Kopang to go for the rebound. You need your other players to swoop in to get that rebound, and that's what Ty did there. Because you really need to work hard to seal out Kopang because he's just so big.
And Jahari Miller will catch it, set up the offense. You cannot give him space. You can't give him space. I'm surprised he missed that. I mean, Magnuson really just played
Good hustle.
hustle play by Ty Cease.
Wow.
Here goes Miller, back to Cease for 3. Got it!
Good play. Miller drew the defense, kicked it right back out. That's an in-rhythm 3. Right to the shooter's pocket.
All started with the hustle play, and they're going to catch Luke Owen.
That's his 2nd. They're going to send Ian Gorley back in with 2.
For Luke, who has to.
Yeah, for Luke, who has 2. So 2 for 2, and it's 1-on-1 situation.
The tempo right now is just lightning. As Magnuson steps to the line, he's got 9 points in the game so far. And his first free throw is good.
Looked like he might have left before the ball was in the cylinder, but the ref didn't call it. We'll watch here, see if he does the same thing.
Who are you talking about?
The shooter needs to wait till it either hits the rim or goes through the cylinder. He waited there. He knew that one was good, so just let it slide.
So 2 free throws for Magnuson to cut the lead to 4 for.
And that puts Magnuson double figures with 11.
Here goes Cease with 40 seconds to go. Great defense there by Magnuson. They'll run him off the screen, and they'll catch Calvert with the hand check.
Yeah, so Magnuson has 11, Kopang has 19, so that's 30 of their 36 points just from those 2 players. And Calvert has the other 6, so they're going to need to find scoring somewhere else in this second half because Indy's really going to be keying in on those 2 players.
And Cease is going to attack. And there's Kopang with the block. 20 seconds to go. What is KCE going to look to do here? They'll slow it down just a little bit.
I think they should hold here and look to get the ball inside.
And there is Cope.
That's
oh, my gosh.
Too skilled. 21 points.
Cope, wow.
That's a 15-foot hook shot.
That's unbelievable.
That's
that's a lot of time, though.
Good pass. Good pass again.
It's just
too short.
Yeah, Aaron Gorley just missed a layup, but great passing there.
That was dangerous for KC East. They got a little lax there in the last 5 seconds. That layup was wide open right there.
Yeah,
you expect him to make that.
Well, guys, we've got a great ball game here. It's 40-38 at the half. Indy with the lead, and we will be back after this for what I am sure is going to be an electric second half. All right, we are back for this incredible boys 18U game between the Indy Wildcats and the KC East Lions. This is Pool C, the number 1 team versus the number 2 team. Indy, the number 1. KC East, the number 2. KC East will inbound the ball down to. Story of the game so far is Isaiah Cope with 21 first half points. And then it's the Miller and Cease show for the Indy Wildcats. Jahari Miller with 3 threes. And here's Cope going back to work. This time with the assist to Calvert.
Cope's doing a great job of feeling the body of Braden Wampner and just spinning right off of it, and he's doing all that pushing to try to get him out of the paint.
Miller trying to create space for himself, not there. Here's Cease, back to Miller, corner
Great
3.
movement. That was great
No
movement.
good.
Yep.
Calvert
Good
with the
shot.
board.
Good play.
And really what got KC East back in the game is the missed shots at the beginning of the second quarter that Indy had.
Yep.
And there's Cope.
Spin again.
And the spin.
he was there for the
and they're
charge.
gonna call him for the charge.
Good play from Miller.
Yep, way to be there and help side.
I believe that's just his second foul, if I'm correct.
Sounds right.
Just number 2.
We got Ian Gorley with 2 fouls for the Wildcats and Luke Owen with 2 fouls. So no one in serious foul trouble at this point.
Here's Cease. Miller in the corner. Miller with the runner. He's
Gets
going
it.
to get the nice little touch right there over the outstretched hands of Isaiah Cope.
That's 17 for Miller.
And here's Magnuson.
They
What
just
a
let him
finish.
play.
What a finish by Magnuson.
Could have went either way.
And that's 13 for Magnuson.
Back the other way is Indy. There's Cease. Going to go against Calvert. Stop at the free throw line. They're looking for Miller, corner again. Not there. Miller will come underneath on the baseline. Cease is going to penetrate and kick back to Miller, the opposite baseline. And this one for 3 is good for Ian Gorley.
Big shot to see someone other than Ty or Jahari getting on the scoreboard.
Yep, try to keep the defense honest. You got to take that shot.
And they'll set KC East, who will go one-on-one with Magnuson. He'll kick it out. Cope out at the three-point line now. With a dish.
No one
the
boxing
3.
out
Ethan Pope.
That is his first bucket of the game. The first bucket outside of Calvert, Kopeng, and Magnuson for KC. So that's big as well, as role players are starting to make a difference as well.
Great defense, really. That was really great defense by Pope,
better offense.
but it's better offense.
Yeah. Closed out well.
That's 19 for Miller, trying to match Kopeng's 23.
And Magnuson goes. He wanted to draw the foul, but the referee's like, no, I'm not going to give you that. You forced it.
Yeah, he initiated the contact.
Exactly.
Refs aren't going to bail him out there.
And so the 2-point lead, Indy will reset their offense. He's looking for the screen. He's going against Calvert. Miller again is in the corner with the 19 points. Now on the wing, you can't give him any space.
Good pass.
Cease for 3.
Big
Got
shot.
it.
They are
Right
working
in
great
rhythm.
together. That 1-2 punch.
His third 3. His last 3 buckets have been 3-pointers.
Yeah, what I like from Miller there is he gives Ty the ball right in his shooting pocket, so he doesn't have to move his hands at all, just in rhythm, catch and shoot.
And I tell you what, guys, as good as Cope is, he's having to work
Great
so
help.
hard.
Yep. He's going to get so tired.
And there's Calvert.
Good
and
timeout. Good
timeout.
timeout by the coach.
30-second timeout here. So with that timeout, we'll take a timeout and be right back. And we are back to Drury University for Pool C, number 1, Indy Wildcats taking on number 2, KC East. And Indy with the 5-point advantage right now. Timeout just taken by KC East to kind of resettle their offense. They've got to get Cope going again. Cope's in the paint.
Triple team.
Yep. He's going to have to get rid of that quicker.
Yeah. He's going to either have to make his move right away when he's only got the double team, or he's going to be triple teamed every time. Indy's content to let someone else beat them other than Kopang.
And we've got
feeling the same
trap
way.
action here.
Yeah, Sice.
He stepped out of bounds.
Yeah,
referee all over that call.
Yeah, Ty's got 19. Jahari's got 19. Kopang has 21. Magnuson has 13. So it's really been a story of the stars for both teams. But let's see if the role players can help contribute to their team's win here.
I think that's the first sub of the game for KC East.
And there's Calvert for 3.
Big shot.
Calvert.
Put him in double figures with 11. Big shot.
Back on the attack come the Indy Wildcats. There's Miller. You gave him space.
You
gave him space.
Oh, wow. Surprising.
And Calvert, a big rebound right there.
Yeah, if you're
He'll
KC,
push the
you
tempo
dodge the
now.
bullet.
You've got Magnuson running on the left. He's going to go in it, not get the call. No offensive foul, no defensive foul. The referee's going to let him play. Down come the Wildcats the other way.
I thought he was in position for the charge there, but, I mean, they got the ball anyway, so no harm, no foul, apparently.
Funny story is him and his brother are trying to beat the Wildcat record for most charges in a season. They're both like 2 away.
Oh, they needed to tell the referee that.
Yeah, right.
That's Wampner with his first bucket. That's 2 points for him. Found himself wide open.
And the lead is back to 4.
They're battling.
They got Kopay down in the paint. Magnuson will drive. Not there. They'll give it back to Kopay. And he's got the nice little touch, but he can't get it to work.
Yeah, you can see he's getting fatigued.
Yeah, I was about to say it too.
And Miller with the finish.
Especially with how much the Wildcats are pushing it on offense. He's got to sprint back on defense all the way from the low post.
And that puts Jahari above 20 points with 21.
So
he matches Kopang.
KC East was able to get the game. They were actually able to take a 2-point lead, but since then it's been the Wildcats able to keep it. Here's Miller trying to finish, and he will. He wanted the call, but quite honestly, he slowed himself down.
Yeah. So he said the defender was straight up. I think that was a good no call.
Yeah, that's 23 for Jahari, making him the leading scorer of the game with Kopang just 21. And yeah, wow.
For KC, I'd like to see them get the ball to Kopay in the high post, see if they still double and get out of that.
Yeah, you got to see what adjustments KC makes, because Indy's definitely made an adjustment to make a concerted effort that Kopay is not going to be the one to beat him. They're content to let other players take wide open shots as long as Kopang isn't the one to beat him, because he was the one that kept him in the game in the first half.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking, you really need to see Magnuson really come out and help a little bit more.
For sure.
And the thing is, I love Magnuson's game, but I feel like in this quarter he's kind of forced the action a little too much instead of letting the game come to him and take what's given to him. We'll see what that timeout does for KC East.
The Wildcats took Wampner out, who's been guarding the big man down here, so we'll see how Aaron Gurley is going to do on him now. Gurley.
Run a screen up for Magnuson, double up on him.
Up down end now.
Up with
blocking foul.
It's Ty Cease picking up the foul. And I think what KCE looks to be doing is running screens off the guards to try and get angles for the entry passes into Kopay.
They keep missing Kopay when it wouldn't be optimal for them to double team.
Yeah.
He said several times where it's one-on-one and the double's nowhere near.
There it is.
Looks like a travel or a foul. They let it play.
And there's Calvert
out though.
Right there. He will draw the foul. It looks like it's going to be number 2 against Ty Cease. And it is. So, guys, I really do think, and we talked about this, the fatigue might be playing a role with Kopay. He's now missed those shots that he was just absolute money on.
He was on fire.
Yeah,
fatigue definitely does play a factor because you're banging inside every possession. He's working hard just to get the ball. When he gets the ball, he's double, triple teamed every time. So it can be frustrating.
And that's the first miss for Calvert. I wonder if we need to see more from Calvert on that double team action down to Isaiah. Have Calvert come in on the offside.
Aaron Gurley for 3.
His second 3 of the game.
8 points for him.
Some of the secondary Wildcat players starting to step up.
And now it's a 10-point lead for Indy, their largest lead of the game. And that's almost turned over. The entry pass not great. Ooh. And there's Kopay getting himself 2 points here in the third. His first 2 points of the second half.
He worked very hard for that. Yeah. Ball was poked loose. He had to retrieve it, dodge 2 defenders. But that's easy work for Todd.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, the way he kept control of his body in the air to take a clean look, clean shot.
Yeah, just hung in the air, let the defender fall, hit it right off glass. That's over, puts him over 20 at 21 points for Ty.
And here's Calvert. He'll go to work. The double team coming from the other side.
Oh, that looked like a
Calvert will finish.
They're letting him play and apparently letting him walk as well. But
and back quickly are the Wildcats. The attack. There's Miller with the left hand. He can't get it. And KCE will be on the numbers. Not there. Heads up basketball being played by the Wildcats. Step up 3, no good. Wildcats were in position for it, but couldn't secure the ball. Casey East with a chance to cut the lead to 6 or 5. And right now it feels like it might be 6. They keep going low with it. It's Kopay on the outside going to work against Gorley. And there's the little hook, no good. Wildcat fans trying to entice him into shooting that ball with the fake countdown. Great defense by Pope. Not a bad foul, quite honestly. Clock winding down.
Seconds, yep.
That's only the second team foul, although for Pope, that's going to be his first foul.
Yeah, let's see if the Wildcats hold for one here or just try to get the first good look.
My guess is hold for one.
Looks like that's what they're doing.
And my guess is going to be Miller finding space in the corner for a 3. Cease is going to wait to attack.
Yeah, the help doesn't come. He just goes right to the hoop.
Step back.
A little step back. He's not going to get it. That's not what they were looking for, but could that be good?
Oh. Great ball movement.
Wow.
Super unselfish.
I tell you what, that play was going to the person you didn't think it was going to go for, and then there's Cease at the last second. So with that 3, the lead goes to its largest, 11 points for the Wildcats, 64-53 after 3, and we'll return after these messages.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief.
And welcome back to Drury University, where the Wildcats have just hit a buzzer-beating 3-pointer at the end of the third to give them the largest lead of the game at 11. And they'll get possession at the beginning of the fourth with a chance to extend the lead again even more. There's Owen. We haven't heard from him in the second half yet. There's Gorley. He walked.
Yep. He looked at his pivot foot.
We got Ty with 24 points, Jahari with 23 points, and then on the other side we got Kopang with 23 points. So we'll see how this fourth quarter plays out.
Now, for as good a teams as these are, 11 points is not huge.
No, not by any means. Not in this game. It's so much scoring.
But Casey East did not hit a 3 in that third period.
Oh, he traveled on that one.
And if you're just going to play a 2-point game, you're going to have to defend the 3 on this end.
For sure.
And Kopay gets back quickly.
Good ball.
Flash hot on Miller.
That was a good pass, though. Drew the defense, gave his teammate a wide open look. You'll take that every time.
So right now, Casey East needs a bucket. Will Pope give it to him? No. No over the back call. The coach, I don't think Coach Settle was calling for it, but I think the fans were wanting over the back. Referees content to let this game be physical. I like that style of play.
Yeah, last game we had 3 players foul out for one team. You never want to see that happen. I mean, if it's a foul, you're going to have to call it, but you like to see the players settle it on the court.
Yep. Let the best players play.
So Calvert will take on Cease right now. And they'll draw the foul And Cope is pleading with the official. I think what Cope is saying is, hey, he came in, he put his left shoulder into me first.
Yeah.
And he did, but referee on the baseline doesn't see that one, so he calls Cope on the shot.
I think Cope is getting frustrated with how physical it is for him in the post, and the guard drives, and it gets a little physical, and he gets the foul call, which is that's kind of how basketball goes sometimes, unfortunately, for big men.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like they expect you to be more physical, and then when you're physical right back, they don't give it to you, which is definitely frustrating.
Yeah, especially as a big guy.
So Cease knocks down the first free throw and the second one.
It just takes a lot more to knock Cope down than it does Ty Cease.
Yeah.
And so right now, they really need a bucket on this possession.
That looked like a foul.
Wow.
Man.
Great body control, great finish from Magnuson.
I tell you what, that's a highlight reel finish right there.
For sure.
That ball was wheeled into the basket.
It was sitting on the rim and he blew it in.
So Calvert again defending against Cease. Cease will go right into the double team, and we'll call the jump.
It's going to belong to KC.
And that's a good call right there, I think.
Yeah, it was tied up midair.
And so KC East with the opportunity to get this deficit down to single digits. Calvert, can he do it? No, but there goes Pope.
Oh, man, I was going to say.
And they didn't get him on the first one, but they will get him on the second attempt. That is foul number 2 for Ethan Pope. Only the 4th team foul for KC East in this half. Jahari Miller will then attack Pope on this end of the floor. And they're going to get Pope again for a hand check.
3.
And all that is, guys, right there is he was frustrated with this call down on this end. So he's going to get another one down here. Can understand the frustration, but right now, if you're KC East, you don't have time for frustrations.
Yeah.
You just got to play some defense. You got to string possessions together where you're converting baskets, but you got to get defensive stops.
Yeah, and they're starting to foul a lot too, and the Wildcats tend to be pretty good from the line. So they've got 5 fouls with 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
And referee stopped his play there for a moment to talk to Ethan Pope because he could see the frustration.
You don't want it to boil over.
Yeah, you always appreciate when a ref does that, and he takes a minute to calm a player down.
And what happened there is Ethan Pope drew the eyes of the official, and we've got this near side official right by us, and I can hear him tell Calvert, keep your hands off. So really what Pope did was cause more eyes on his other teammates.
Cope running the floor now. Seems like he might have had a burst of energy. Got the offensive rebound.
Against 4, no shot, but there is a foul on the floor that is going to go against Aaron Gorley. Cope was going to go 1-on-4.
Yeah.
Magnuson trying to get it in the corner. Won't get it, but he will take it in. There's Calvert for the cleanup.
Good rebound.
And Calvert for the finish.
Kansas City starting to crash the boards.
Yeah, their size is what's kept them in this game.
Yep.
And so it's a tall task for KC East to come back. They're only down 9, but they haven't been able to get an outside shot. They're going to need a 3 to fall sooner or later. Or they're going to need Indy to just miss some outside looks, but it'll come down to their discipline on offense.
Oh, good move.
Calvert lost
him.
Yeah, he lost him.
That's 28 there for Ty.
And KC East coming back quickly. Cope is top of the key against 25. Brayden Wantner. And with
good
the
patience.
And the one.
That was good patience, good footwork. Double came. He just split right through it, got it up and in. It's 25 for him, looking to make it 26 at the line.
It probably feels real good for him to get a foul call, especially on a shot you hit.
Yeah. Yep. And so he's 1 of 2 for the game from the free throw line, and he'll be 2 of 3 after that made bucket.
He looks like he's got a good form. I bet he's a decent free throw shooter.
Yeah, as a big, you want to be a good free throw shooter because a lot of times you'll get to the line a lot because you're battling a lot in there.
Yep.
68-60 is the lead for the Wildcats. Right now they're going to extend their guards a little bit. And Miller is going to hit a free throw line jumper.
25 for Miller.
That's a layup for him.
Wide open at the free throw line.
And just no answer on the defensive end for KC East against Miller. Coming back, Cope got in the way of Magnuson. Now they'll make the entry pass, the spin, and the finish.
Boy, this kid's good.
And the officials are talking to the fans on the baseline. didn't like the call. Didn't like something said to him.
Looks like it's KC East fans. Yeah. I mean, I would like the call. It was an and one.
I think they might have said something to a Wildcat player.
Oh, gotcha.
Could be wrong. But I don't know what else it would be about. You can't complain about the call if he gives you the call.
Yeah, we got Kopang at the line looking to make it just a 7-point game.
And so the official is going to come talk to Coach Shepard and let him know that his fan is not appreciated. And so we'll use this as a moment to remind all those attending the tournament this week to please respect the officials during the game.
There's no game without the officials, no matter how bad you think they are.
And that puts Kopang at 29 points for the game.
And the lead is 7. Slowly but surely, they're trying to grind it down.
Chipping away. 3-point plays will help.
They need to put stops.
And there's a big block, but we're going to get a foul somewhere.
I don't think that was on Kopang.
I'm a tad bit biased, but I actually don't think that was a foul.
2-3. That's going to be, no, 3-2. That's going to be Calvert.
Yeah, it looked like a clean block there from Kopang, but it might have been Calvert reaching in before that they got the foul on.
So Cease is going to step to the free throw line. He's perfect from the game.
Oh, no. Not the announcer's jinx.
not for Ty. All right, that is 29. Okay, so we got 29 for Ty, 29 for Kopang, 25 for Miller. And Calvert's really stepped up of late.
And the lead is back to 8. 3:43 to play here in the fourth quarter. And we have a substitution for Cease.
Yeah, if you're KC, you really need to string together some stops. They're scoring on offense, but just can't stop the Wildcats on defense.
Interesting substitution there, but I think Coach Settle had something that needed to be said to Cease, so he pulled him to have a conversation.
Oh, charge, good job. Both the brothers have one today.
Kopang wants a flop. That's his third, I believe.
Yep, I think that's right.
Yes, that's number 3.
So five team fouls for KC. No, 17 fouls for KC, 5 for Indy.
And if you're KC East, this becomes a very important possession to get a stop here, so the lead does not get to double digits.
Yeah,
and
especially
Calvert
with Ty off the floor, you need these stops.
Yeah, you need to get a bucket right here. Kopang from outside. Can't get it, and flying in is Nathaniel Nelson. He will draw the foul.
He's going to send Aaron Gorley to the line for his first and second. Oh, for a one-on-one. First, and if he hits it, second free throws of the game.
Now, it did not count earlier, but I did see Isaiah knock down a 3 after a whistle earlier in the game. So I think he's got the confidence to shoot it.
He's a streaky shooter. He hits his first one, he'll hit a couple.
And Aaron Gorley knocks down the free throw to extend the lead back to 10 for the Indy Wildcats here in the fourth quarter.
Those are clutch free throws to make it an 11-point lead for the Wildcats.
Yep. So Coach Settle's going to take a timeout here after extending the lead to 11. 3:04 to play in the fourth. We shall return after these messages. .304 to go here in the fourth period. Indy Wildcats leading KC East Lions 74-63, even though it's been a Herculean effort for Isaiah Kopang.
Still no Ty Cease on the floor.
Cease is going to stay on the bench after being substituted just a moment ago, and with that is a block.
He was late.
Count it.
He was late. Took a lot of contact, but
I think he's staying down because he really thought he had it, but
I think he got popped in the chin a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Look for a moment like he was a little bit frustrated there.
There's Ty coming back. And we also got Nelson coming back. for the KC. Magnuson has 15, looking to make it 16.
And these are critical
17,
points
looking to make it 18.
KC East.
Yeah, every point, every free throw is crucial coming down the stretch in an 8-point game, but they need stops. Yeah. They've been scoring on offense. They just need to get stops on defense.
For sure.
And good defense by KC
that should have been over.
That's an even better hustle play, but they're going to call.
That should have been over and back, I believe. Because even though it was tipped, it hit an Indy Wildcats player's foot, and it was their team possession, so it's just whoever it touches last.
They're going to call a foul against John Magnuson.
Yeah, it's a tough break for KC there.
Great hustle play by John, as Luke Owen will knock down the free throw.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to come back if Indy keeps hitting their free throws. Yeah, this shows why free throws are so important.
Free throws and layups. Free throws and layups win ball games.
Indeed.
There's another free throw. That's 6 points for Owen.
And now KC East has no choice but to push the tempo with 2.5 to play. And I think they're going to have to start hitting shots from the outside.
Yeah. You do not want a contested mid-range shot right now if you're KC.
I'll be honest, I'd give it back to Copay from the outside. He's got the height advantage. If he can hit it, let him shoot it.
Yep.
Good defense there.
That was great, D.
Yep, good move right there by Calvert.
They got numbers if they hurry.
Shooter in the
I'd get it to Copay.
And there's Magnuson, the All-American. No good. Calvert, it's off his fingers.
That's what you needed.
He was right there. And Indy now. No need to rush. Just run your offense. Good crossover. And then a turnover.
Got a little ahead of themselves.
And
coach is telling them to get tied to demand the ball so he can be the primary ball handler there, and I don't blame him.
So 10-point lead for Indy. 1:50 to play now. And going outside. And
my goodness. Okay.
Calvert for 3, no good. And you're going to have to crash the board if you're KC East. And Ty with a heads-up play to call a timeout. 76-66, 1:41 to play, 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with them. And we are back to Drury University, where the Indy Wildcats lead KC East Lions 76-66. Now the full court pressure by KC East. They have no choice down 10. They got to get turnovers and buckets quickly.
Dangerous pass.
And if you are the Indy Wildcats, I would just run my offense. No need to force anything.
It doesn't even look like they're looking to score here. No shot clock, remember.
Now, I'm more of a fan of run your offense. If you have the layup, take it. So I don't necessarily want to ignore the opportunities to score. Just no need to force it as Magnuson picks up the foul, his third.
Yeah, it's tough for KC because you don't really know who to foul on Indy, as everyone seems to be a great free throw shooter. And they get in the hands of Miller, and he's
not going to miss.
As good as anyone from the free throw line.
There's probably one, but I won't say it.
And so Miller knocks down the free throw.
Hits them both. Oh, boy, I jinxed it.
Calvert with the board.
Hey, I just want a close game. 11-point lead.
Right now, you got to get threes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Twos
thinking.
just aren't going to work.
It's not what you want.
Especially a
that's
tough,
gonna be number
tough
1.
2.
No, they're going to call that an Ethan Pope. His 4th foul of the game. All of which I believe are here in the 4th quarter. Or at least 3 of those fouls are here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he got 2 quickly with like 6 minutes left.
And those are really just frustration fouls that he's picked up.
Yeah. See if Aaron can hit these. Hits the first. 3 for 3 on the day. And yeah, 12-point lead. If you're KC, you need threes. And threes, quick stops.
And that's just situational awareness by players to kind of realize that out on the floor.
And so KC East will attack down 13. Magnuson with the ball into the corner to Pope. Don't really have time to wait. You got to get a shot off.
Quick, shoot it.
And there's Calvert.
Shoot it.
Back over. There's a wide open three, just short.
And Cope was trying to be there, but he will pick up the foul. And that will be number 4 on Isaiah Cope. What an effort.
Yeah, 29 points for Cope.
I'd love to know how many rebounds he has, too, because that's probably up there.
Yeah.
Definitely a double-double.
Yeah.
Couple assists to go with it.
Yeah, he's really – this game would be a lot different if he didn't go off in the first half. Indy would be up by 25-30. But Cope has 29 points.
You know, you look at the score sheet for the KC East Lions, and I'm sitting there going, man, if I've got Magnuson with what he's got, and I've got Cope with what he's got, and I've got Calvert with what he's got, I've got a really good shot of winning.
Yeah.
The problem is Ty Cease and Jahari Miller.
Yeah, 81 points is tough to beat.
Yeah, we got 29 points for
still battling
Cease,
in there.
And we got –
that was a dangerous play, really, for Cope.
Oh.
And Ethan Pope is going to foul out of the game.
Yep. Yeah, Ty looking to score his 30th and 31st point. Jahari's got 29 or 28. So the role players for Indy really stepped up, but when you got 2 players scoring almost 30 points, you're going to win most of those games. Yeah, they've accounted for, at this point, 57 of their team's 81 points.
And I tell you what, guys, as a former player, I know how Ethan Pope is feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
In these games, you've got to maintain your composure, though.
Yep.
But
there's point number 30.
He had a tough task. I mean, he was guarding Jahari Miller most of the game.
Yeah.
And you know what? I really thought his defense was actually pretty good. It's just Jahari Miller had some great moves, and any little separation he took advantage of.
He had a couple of times where he would run Jahari off the three-point line and then cut him off, and then Jahari would step back and still hit it. There's just not a whole lot you can do about that.
Yeah, the bench is very happy with Jahari and Ty, but the coach was telling Jahari, I bet how much he appreciated him sharing the ball, as he created a lot of shots for Ty this game.
Indeed.
And Magnuson will airball the 3. Calvert with a cleanup and the putback.
Calvert had a great game as well.
20 seconds to go here. The bench is in for the Indy Wildcats. They'll bring it down and
no need to shoot here.
Nope. Not much of a game.
Run it out.
In the other game that's going on at Ashcraft, the PT Texas Warriors are up 54 to 31 against the NCC Warriors from Tennessee.
But great game for the first 3 quarters at least. Indy pulled away at the end, but great offensive display from both teams. And you got to give a shout out to both teams.
Yeah, great job here by the Indy Wildcats and the KC East Lions. It's the Indy Wildcats taking the win, 83-68 over KC East. We'll be back in a few minutes for the girls 18U game. The Chat Chariots will take on the Noah Jags.